guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be doing a very highly requested video, and that is going over my resume. It's the resume that got me my Bulge investment banking offer, and I'm going to go through the experiences that led up to it and how I got each experience. So let's get straight into it. In my education section, I have both my college as well as my high school. You don't have to include your high school if you do not want to. I included my college along with my GPA, the programs I participated in, and some of these were investment banking programs, as well as an additional bullet about my semester abroad. The additional bullet on the semester abroad acts as a talking point during the interview. Interviewers will often ask you about how your semester abroad was, or if they've been to that specific place, they will ask you more about it. So this section includes all of my relevant experiences, and I started off with my experience from high school all the way until my investment banking offer. I ordered my experiences from most recent to oldest, so I have 4 total experiences on my professional experience section. And the first one is from high school, actually, when I took part in creating a small business focused on educational technology for students across New York City. That was my first experience in the business world and anything relevant to it. And I created 3 bullets on it, focused about how I increased our customer base, helped manage the website, organize and develop it. It isn't very relevant to investment banking, but again, this is experience that I developed in high school and that I thought would be relevant given my short stint having any professional experience at all. Second one that I included was my first internship in college. Started that at the beginning of my spring semester of my freshman year of college. It was at a health and wellness company where I again took a role in helping to analyze weekly dashboards and data and drawing in more customers. Again, this wasn't the most relevant role to investment banking, but you get what you can when you're a freshman in college. Second experience I had was my freshman summer internship. This was at an educational technology company, and I essentially helped in researching different types of partnerships that they could participate in, smaller companies that they could acquire, examining comparable companies to our own, and how we could develop our own offerings. This was a little bit more similar to investment banking, and this is what eventually led into my sophomore summer investment banking internship. I interned at a boutique investment bank for my sophomore summer. I first found it January of my sophomore year, so I had started looking about 6 months prior to actually starting this internship. It was at a smaller bank in Manhattan with smaller groups within, and this gave me the experience and buzzwords I needed on my resume in order to score a Bulge bracket investment banking internship during my junior summer. During my sophomore summer internship, I did a lot of the smaller tasks that you might do within investment banking at a larger bank. Analyzed comparable companies, present transactions, conducted industry and financial research, and this eventually led to me gaining my junior summer internship at a Bulge bracket investment bank, which is what I went back into for full time. The third section on my resume is my leadership activities. For my leadership activities, I included 2 finance clubs from my school, both of which I took an active role in. One I had a leadership position, and one I was a pretty active member, and the second one was a volunteer organization that I took part in outside of my school activities. All these activities were things that I continued with throughout my entire college experience and things that I was still actively doing while I was interviewing so that I could talk about it during the interview. My last section is my skills, language, and interests. For my skills, I included things that I've experienced in my previous internships and things that I've learned in school. Some examples include PitchBook.com, Thompson 1, Python, which are things that I've used in school and in my prior internships, as well as things that are relevant to investment banking, such as obviously Microsoft Office tools, PowerPoint, Excel, Word. Second line in my last section is languages. I am a native speaker and Mandarin, and that can be relevant in investment banking just because there's so many cross-border transactions, so they could need someone who could speak and understand Mandarin in order to work with teams abroad in Asia. And lastly, interest. This is a really important line. I'd say in almost every single interview, they draw something from your interest section, especially so if you actually have something that's interesting and draws someone's attention in there. If you have something really unique that you can think of putting on there that could spark a conversation, you really want to do that, this is your chance. For me, I honestly didn't have anything too interesting on there. I'm a super big foodie and like exploring restaurants, so that's something that I have on there, and something that I can talk to a lot of interviewers about, just because there's also a lot of foodies in investment banking. That pretty much sums up what my resume consists of. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a video on tips for how to structure your resume. There's a very specific format, I'd say, for investment banking that I can tell you guys more about. But in today's video, I just wanted to run you guys through my experiences and how I have the general layout on my resume. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comment section below. As always, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell for notifications so you know whenever I post a new video. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.